All right, and we're live. Today we got a topic, and I want to thank a manifesting friend of the channel. Look at that thing behind me. It's on the wrong side. I want to thank a friend of the channel who we've done a collab with before, but probably will again soon. We had a nice discussion today, and we talked about a lot of different topics. Jesus Christ. That was one of the topics we talked about too, by the way. But that was a pretty violent fall right there by my phone. So I'm glad it did that for making a great point. That was fucking violent, and it didn't break the phone because everything's working out in our favor. But going to be going live with TikTok as well. But today we actually have a subject, and it's called faith. And I'm going to repeat this a bunch of times because there's 0 viewers at the moment, but there will be plenty of viewers at the rewatch. The quote is, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see." That is a quote from Hebrews 11:1. Oh wait, 111. Isn't that one of those angel numbers everybody talks about? This might just be a coincidence, or it might have some significant meaning why people use that 111. I don't know. I actually don't know that, but it's interesting. But I did know that quote, and that was the one I've been butchering for about the past week or so. So I wanted to say that. Now we have a viewer here, so I will say, now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. What does that sound like? Sounds like manifesting to me. So before we get started today, I can't show it over here on this screen. This screen over here is the TikTok screen. But we will show you today. We are going with a leather rose cigar that does not exist on the other. But oh, I never even pushed start. That's all right. Everything's working out in our favor. I like to get YouTube prepped and going a little bit before we start anything else over there. But let's see. Cut the node off, and we'll begin. I've been watching the show called The Chosen with SP. Very good show. Turned it on the other day. It's about Jesus' life in the Bible, and there was one story in particular. Here, let me throw this on. Get a little bit of everybody on here. Go live. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're live there too. I've got to do this and stay off the camera. Okay, so can't let TikTok see. Like, there's another Bible quote: "Don't let the left hand know what the right hand's doing." Right. So, don't let the right hand. No, wait, this is the left hand. Either way, we're gonna talk about. I was watching this show called The Chosen the other day, right? And it's about the story and life of Jesus. And I thought there was a really good manifesting example in there. And it was with the story of Lilith. And, I don't know why that thing is saying no on this side again. TikTok is a really weird streaming device. Only you guys know the secret here. Anyway, point is, in the show, her name is Lilith, right? She's possessed by demons, and the story of Lilith is basically a seductress. Like, she's banging all these dudes and stuff like that, unloyal. Then she's drinking at the bar and stuff. Josh, what's up, brother? So it's like she's unloyal and stuff, right? So in the story, she's going by the name Lilith, which I believe that's supposed to be her actual name. I was kind of in and out in the beginning of it, but gets to the point when she finally encounters Jesus. He tells her, he calls her Mary Magdalene, which is a story we all know from the Bible. If you're familiar with the Bible, if you're someone that reads it, okay, that's where he goes with in the story. And when he says that, now all of a sudden that's her new name, right? And that's her new personality. That's who she's now going by, that persona, Mary Magdalene. And I was like, tell me that's not a manifesting example right there. Like Neville said, anything that you read in the Bible is almost like it's an instruction book on life, and it references a lot of manifesting. Oh, we're getting viewers on TikTok. What's up, guys? Keep commenting, asking questions, whatever. Here, I'll see them on both. But today's topic is faith. So, and again, now that we have viewers, The Bible quote I took was, "Now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance in what we do not yet see." So that's from Hebrews 1:11, which is, look, 1111. What's that, like one of the angel numbers everyone talks about? I'm going over here. TikTok can't see what I'm doing. So anyway, in the story, when Jesus calls her Mary Magdalene instead, no longer Lilith, her whole personality changes, which is just like changing a state, right? Like when we're like, no, I don't identify with these personality traits anymore. I don't identify with these negative aspects of myself. We're giving ourselves a new, what do you call it? Just a new persona, a new identity. We change who we are. That's like letting the dead bury the dead, die to the old man, right? All those different terms that Neville would say. I mean, that was pretty good stuff. He really broke it all down. So, oh fuck, I gotta keep this off the screen. But anyway, I thought that was a really good Bible quote, and I'll say it again because now we got a bunch more people over here. Oh, Lily joined. What's up, Lily? I was just telling the story about what do you call it? The thing about Mary Magdalene, about how that's changing states. But here's that Bible quote I was trying to tell you the other day, and I've told it 3 times already, but we're gonna pound this one home. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance in what we do not yet see. Hebrews 1:11. So, all right, that's a really good one. I'm going to keep saying it so we remember it. Josh says, also, it's like how he chose to see her differently. Exactly, Josh. Yeah, he chose to see her differently, and her faith in him is, what's it called? His faith, him having faith in her gave her the faith in herself to change and be a different person, which I thought that was great. And then there was another one. We're almost going like on a whole biblical thing, I guess, since we've got faith as the topic today. I'm trying to keep everything on topic. Gary, what's up, brother? While I still see you there, was Luke 7:1-10. That's chapter 7, verses 1 through 10. That's another Bible story that I was talking about, and I've messed it up before while talking about it, but I think it's a perfect example of faith. And I'm going to give you a brief recap on it, right? Let me step off the TikTok thing real quick. This is funny that YouTube lets you get away. Remember, YouTube used to be really strict when I was young and up and coming in the arts and posting things online. But anyway, let's continue with the story I was going to tell. So Luke chapter 7, 1-10, right? So in that story, I think it's a perfect example of having faith. So, in the times of like Jesus, there's the Romans and stuff, and it's like they don't really want to be around the Romans, right? Because the Romans are the ones who are occupying their country and stuff. So the one centurion, which is like one of the leader Romans, comes up and he tells Jesus he has a sick servant at home, and he kind of looks at him like a son or whatever. He's very affectionate about his servant. He wants to go and cure him. And then Jesus goes, very well, let's go. He goes, I'll come with you. And he goes, no, I'm not worthy to have you in my house, but I know that if you say the word, it will be done. And he goes, much like I am a general or whatever his rank, however you would rank him, if I gave an order to this guy to go here or this guy to go do that, I know it's done already because I trust them because they work for me. And he goes, the same way I have the faith in you. If you tell me that he is cured and I can do it, I'll go do it. So, and he goes, and you won't have to be bothered. So Jesus puts his hand on him and stuff. He goes, well, you're blessed. He's already cured. And as the guy goes back, the kid's cured. But the point that Jesus makes after that is he goes, this is the faith. He's trying to say that's the faith that everyone should have. And that's basically the faith that the works that he did, that you may do also, which is, again, more manifesting advice. I'm slipping off the screen again. So I thought those were just like some really good stories. It's all about faith. And it seemed like a theme in my life this week about going off faith. And again, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance in the things we have yet to see. And what is manifestation? Manifesting is when something becomes physical into the reality that was once only imagined. I believe that was how Neville described it, but very true statements. And I thought those were good stories. And I thought I'd share those with you guys. I'll tell some success stories too. I'm moving really quick through this live with 10 minutes in, and I've already covered 3 things. Everyone on TikTok, let me see. We actually got an audience over here today. Happy about that. It says God's Army, welcome in, God's Army. Hannah, welcome in. Hannah, good to see you. I believe, Hannah, I think you were here last time too, so welcome in. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, but those were some of the Bible stories I saw this week that I enjoyed. And it was almost, it kind of sometimes feels like synchronistic when things align a certain way. And it's like, okay, maybe that's a message I want to talk about on the Monday Live. But what was the success story I wanted to tell? Oh, okay, yeah, here's one. TikTok, I'm sliding over here because I may or may not be doing something that they deem not appropriate on TikTok. Anyway, the one success story is I mentioned I was talking with another D Navarro. Welcome in. Thank you for the likes, brother. What do you call it? Oh, the success story was another coach that I had worked with a long time ago, and we did a collab together. He has since been off the coaching. I believe he deleted his page, but he's no longer. Oh, thank you, God's Army, for the likes. I appreciate you. He switched more to he goes out of the manifesting realm and more he was becoming more Christian and stuff, and he said that he wanted to find a way to bridge it, and I think he's doing a great job with it. Me and him are going to be collabing once he's ready. He's got another page up and running. I don't even know the name of it, but when I do, I'm going to give you guys a heads up. Great guy. Love talking with him. We have these deep intellectual conversations about the mysteries of the world, the universe, religion, all this stuff. So great guy. And point is, I didn't really have a thing where I was going to come up with topics, but we had a lot of the topics I'm coming up with now were stuff that we discussed. His success story was that he had just got a new job, and me and him had always talked about meeting up, but he lives very far away, across the world. So he goes, it was weird. One of the first thoughts I got was, hey, I could finally travel, and I'd love to travel to America and see Nick. And I said, that's awesome. He goes, but it was funny. He goes, as soon as I got hired, I had that job and stuff. He goes, you reached out to me a couple days later and invited me onto the Discord. And he goes, I had been wanting to talk with you and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, we're having a conversation. And I was like, man, that's crazy and I said, because I had thought about when I was writing we have similar passions on the side. We both like acting and comedy. So we were talking about, I was writing a skit, and I was kind of like, you know what, this would be funny for this guy. And I was like, I thought about him around the same time. And when I was going through and inviting people onto the Discord, I'm like, well, I'm inviting people who I've coached in the past, or people who have meant something to me in the terms of the channel. Everyone does, not to make that sound worse, but like people who've helped me a lot. Like he was someone who was one of the first people to collab with me. So I appreciated him. So right around the time that he was thinking about me, I was thinking about him, but then I was like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg, right? That whole scenario. But basically he wanted to be able to fly out here and meet me, or me fly over there. And the place he's living is on a destination that I want to see as well. So it just kind of the way it worked out. And there was a couple more success stories about people who I invited into the Discord who were clients of mine at times. One of them was saving up some money, and he was like, oh, I'm going to get the premium Discord with you. And I had invited him back when I was meditating and praying. And I thought, how do I give back to people? And the idea of, everyone who you've coached before, why don't you bring them all onto the Discord? So I'm like, yeah, you know what, let me do that. And then I went back to the stuff, and I invited people. By the way, if you're here or there on YouTube or TikTok, if you're a client of mine and you haven't been invited, give me a heads up or reach out to me, let me know. Because I think I got everyone, but I don't have perfect records. You guys want to see some wild stuff? There's a bug. I got him. Keep the live streams. We'll keep them interesting. Yeah, bugs. I hate the bugs. If you get that reference, you're a real one. Anyway, the other success stories were, one guy was talking about he was saving up some money to join the premium Discord and stuff like that. And he goes, yeah, I really wanted to tell you, I think the guy might be here right now. And next thing you know, I reach out to him because he was one of the people. And And he goes, wow, that's crazy. I was just thinking about that. And I was like, look, and then you don't have to pay for it. So again, it's a form of abundance. Abundance is not just money. Abundance is, it could be a gift. It could be a, what's it called? It could be abundant in health and love and money. There's a whole bunch of different ways you can feel abundance. And one of them would be like getting a gift like that. And my guy right there. Yeah, I had a feeling you were here. Oh, wait, oh shit, I can't show that on here. But that was a good success story. I loved your success story. There was another guy in the same boat as you too. He wanted to get into Discord, and then next thing you know, I send out those things. I heard some other success stories, miraculous healing, but I don't have all the details on that. I know somebody had beat cancer, so I was very happy and proud for her. So that was a miraculous story, and I was happy to hear that. Hola, Senior Mystic. Hola, Senorita Inked. What's up? We're dual streaming right now. Welcome in everybody on the TikTok side. I appreciate you guys for joining. I know I'm not giving as much attention this way. I got a bigger screen there, a smaller screen here. But if you got questions and want to talk about anything, bring up any topics, we're here to talk. Good save. Yeah, you saw that save. How are you holding up? But here's another manifestation. We got to send out some prayers and well wishes and positive affirmations to Inked. She is, her and two of my other friends are in Florida, and Florida is about to be hit with some hurricanes, but it's not going to, hurricanes ain't shit for the Mystic Manifesting family. Ain't nothing going to touch you guys. I don't like how the TikTok is contradicting me. Inked, we went live down there the other day and still giving me those no things everywhere. No, yes. I don't like that. That bothers me. Wonder how I could get rid of it. But let me see. What other notes do I have for today? I mean, I thought faith was a good topic to talk about because I had a couple success stories. I know, Josh's success story. The other guy who's in the Discord, but I don't know if he wants to be named yet. He had that success story. Me and that coach talking today was a good success story. I'm not even saying the word no and it's coming up. Can I change that? No, I don't think I can. But let's see, what else? Take the filter off. I don't know how to take a filter off. Can I take it off during midstream? I'm trying to stay on chat. I got too many things going on. I'm getting sensory overload. But thank you for helping me drive the chat right now. Also, if you guys are in the Discord now, just double check. Let me know if you're paying for it or I added you in either way and you're not seeing all the tabs or the channels. Let me know. Hey, what's up, Carmen? How you doing? You're a new name unless you changed your name. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty good at recognizing people's names on here. This thing's contradicting me since maybe it's going to bother me. Not good. Why not good? We're talking about going in faith today, being positive and not worrying about anything. Should I give the Bible quote to her? I think she's going to need it today. Faith is confidence in what we hope for. And I'm getting crossed on the lines. I wrote it down so I remember it. I can't even recite it, and I've said it 5 times already. But hey, everything's working out in my favor, and it's working out in your favor. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance in things we have not yet seen. Oh, Carmen, I'm sorry to hear that your mom passed away. But, I've dealt with that too. Not my mom, but like family members who I was close to, like my grandmas and stuff like that. And one thing that has helped me with that is realizing kind of like, here's another thing. And I know Neville's a big manifesting guy and stuff, but his take on this has helped me a lot when it came to like worrying about death and feeling bad about that stuff. It's going to hurt and it's real. And it's like, you don't see the person and everything, but when you feel like you could chat with them anytime, that's what helps a lot, because Neville says you have died, but you're not dead. We're not dead. We're eternal. We go on and we're still here. And it's almost like, how is it that people always, there's, what do you call it? You get the signs and stuff like that. And Go to Spotlight Holy Temple. I don't know what that is, Carmen. Is that a page or something? Because one of the things I think that helps check into it. Okay, I'll take a look. I got the phone right here, so I can't use it. I'm going live on the phone. But I'll look into it after. Let me write it down. But something that helped with that too was, I wasn't sure about all that, the afterlife stuff. And I heard what Neville said. I worked with a friend. I call her Gina the Medium because that's what her user is over here on TikTok. Gina the Medium is actually really cool. I was very skeptical about the whole thing, and you know what? It was kind of like me being like, "Oh, I'm looking to debunk this stuff," but then I related with her. I saw like what she was going through and stuff reminded me is me coaching and what I felt while teaching the manifesting stuff. I go and I talked with her, and I think it would be a positive for a live stream if we do one together. I know she's very busy and booked up these days. But she proved to me it's like the stuff that she brought through, knowing nothing about me. She didn't know anything about mystic manifesting. She didn't even know what manifesting was. She had no idea who Neville Goddard was. She was able to bring through Neville Goddard. She brought through my grandma's, my grandpa. Like, the stuff she brought through was crazy and insane. When that just validated what Neville said to me, or not to me, but like in his stuff about like we don't die, life goes on. We have died, but we're not dead. We're never dead. So they talk about God. Okay, that's cool, Carmen. Yeah, I'll definitely check them out. I wrote their name down right here. I got a little notepad here with everyone who gives me recommendations. I look some stuff up after and look into it. That would be a cool collab, Nick. Yeah, I think it would. I've talked to her before. She goes, I don't know how our audience would mesh. She goes, you talk about people achieving their dreams and desires and stuff like that. And she goes, and I talk about people's relatives have passed. She is legit and the real deal, and I admire her and what she does. But I said, you know what? I think it is because we have had long, deep chats. It's like when she goes into the realm to channel and to bring through people who have died, it's almost the same space you're going to manifest. It's like she goes, well, I imagine like this gate, like a golden gate, and like it opens up, like it's like symbolizing the door to heaven. And that's her way of making contact with the other side and like having religious experiences and mystical experiences. I'm like, it's essentially the same thing we're doing when we're visualizing and manifestation. And there was a lot of similarities, and I think if we have a conversation, I could pull those things all up. But they're always like 2-3 hour conversations. And I told her, I'm like, I'd find out if anybody wants to. She goes, well, like a lot of people just want to get their exes back on your channel. I'm like, I know that's what like a big thing is, but and I'm like, and then it's like the money desires and stuff like that. So there's a lot of different things, but it's like I said, I think it would mesh because people, even though people have desires and they want to do like manifesting, doesn't mean that they haven't lost someone that they might want to channel and bring through. And in my opinion, she's the best at it. Yeah, Ink, she is very busy. I sent her a text today because you showed me the fake profile somebody made of her, and she didn't get back to me on that yet. And I sent her one like a couple weeks ago, didn't hear. But yeah, I will reach out to her again and say that the audience is interested. Maybe I'll even make a poll, but glad you're on the page with that, Josh. And Carmen, yes, we are sending you our thoughts and prayers and wishing you all the best. I know it could be a hard time, but take solace in the feeling that like, and the thought that like you can create that feeling and feel like she's with you. I mean, there's certain times like right now it's Halloween. My grandma loved Halloween and pretty much all holidays, but really Halloween, scary movies, stuff like that. So when I love summertime. I hate when it starts getting cold here in Chicago, but it's a time where I feel more connected to my grandma. Like I'll watch before this ends. I'll watch Sleepy Hollow. I watched that the other day with Lily. I'll watch Jack Skellington, stuff like that. All the stuff that she liked, I'll go watch those things because it makes me feel closer to her. And then like when she passed away, I wound up with the cat. So it's like sitting there in that feeling. It's almost like you feel at any moment you can look over, she's going to be there. But when you look and you don't see, it's not like, oh man, she's not there. Same thing with manifesting. Like you're manifesting your specific person and you wake up in the morning and they're not in bed next to you, but you felt like it when you went to sleep. Don't pay any attention to that. You turn yourself away and say, no, you know what? I feel that presence. That's there. That reality is there. So it's like, I've never lost this person. They're still with me always. So that would be my advice on that. I mean, I know I'm not a medium or anything like that, but that's how I've dealt with stuff like that. And in the beginning, it's always hard and painful, but then as more time goes on, it's another thing where time and patience heals and builds you up. Oh, I'm gonna stay off screen again. I did tell what do you call it? I did make an appeal on TikTok too, saying that I believe that their rules were dumb about these things that I'm not holding in my hand. That they should allow content like mine. Man, we've been live for only 24 minutes and we've covered so much shit already, and I'm like, I don't even know where else to go at this point. But I do appreciate everyone for coming over here and staying on. TikTok, by the way, if you guys want, it's Mondays. I go live here, and you see in all the videos, I do try to always link it back over to YouTube, but that's where I'll be posting all the full videos when I record videos for the days of the week. Today, sometimes I'll post on Monday. Mainly, it's the live stream, and yeah. So we're live over there and over here. If you subscribe to the Discord, I'm going to try out the first. Supposedly, I'm supposed to be able to go live there. So premium Discord members will have a live stream with me Thursday night. And I think in those live streams, I'm not 100% sure. I think you're able to comment lively back to me or whatever. Like in real time, you could talk with me. But I didn't really map this out too much, as you guys know. Sometimes we get overloaded with questions, and it's really easy. It was funny too. I was talking about this today in the live stream too. Is how instant things happen. Was like, we were talking about how is it? Does the chat usually keep you alive and stuff like that? It's like, yeah, for the most part, the chat drives me to keep chatting because I'll have something to go off of, because half the time I don't really prepare. I go in, shoot from the hip, think about stuff that's happened in my life that week and what message I learned, and go from there. And me and the guy I was talking with today, I was like, we were talking about that. I'm like, yeah, but usually it's pretty good. And then we kind of came up with these little bit of topics and stuff like that. And I'm like, I think faith's a good topic to jump off of today. And before I take some questions and answers. But yeah. I had that fear. I'm like, yeah, it's been a while since I've had a dead air, and it's like, and then sure enough, that little bit of fear was enough to push out the here. Now I will say that positive thoughts and expectations outweigh the negative by a million, but it was a fear that I was thinking too. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go on TikTok. I'm like, and I know I get a bunch of views over there these days, but then that's kind of low, and then this is low today. So I was like, oh no. So then when you start seeing things, that's kind of something with manifesting too. It's like you're affirming, visualizing, doing something to get something in your life, right? You're focused on something and you see a positive, kind of like what I did with TikTok. I was stuck in that 1 to 200 jail of views or whatever, like that guy on the commercial says, are you stuck in the 1 to 200 views? Well, here's how you get more. Yeah, manifesting, that's how you get more. So I was thinking, I was affirming all my videos go viral, all these things take off, the channel's doing well, we have more subscribers, everything like this. Those were the things I was saying to myself. Next thing you know, the very next video gets 800 views. Well, if I'm usually getting 200 and it's 800, was that 3 times as many? 2, 4, 6, 8? Yeah, 3 times more. What do you call it? Then the next video, I'm like, all my videos are over 1,000. Next video hits 1,010. I'm like, wow. I'm like, all my videos are 1,000. Then they weren't hitting 1,000, but they were hitting 700, 800. So TikTok, I've been doing very well, and I'm like, that kind of shocked me, because it's not my main medium. It's here's where I really am all the time. So I started just having faith in that. So whenever I would see a video do well, that gives me more faith in it, and I'll repeat that affirmation again and that belief again. And then when it repeats again, I'll do that. And then if something flops or doesn't do well, I'll just say oh, you know what, it's no big deal. That was a fluke, or I'll change it in my mind. Hey, no, you know what, that one went viral too. That one has even more videos than usual. And I trick myself, and I'll keep going. And then sure enough, you're back in that positive feedback loop again. Bug. Connor, what's up, brother? Sending the goats right back at you, brother. But yeah, just putting yourself in that positive feedback loop whenever there's something that you want to experience. The more you just keep giving yourself that faith that it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You maintain the faith, hold it. Next thing you know, boom, it unfolds in your reality, or you get a sign of it, and then you double down on that sign. You keep feeling yep, that's it. That's exactly what I was looking for. That's what I wanted. That's what my desire. and then again and again and again, and you just keep cycling it. You're using the positive events in the 3D world to feedback your imagination and your mindset and keep yourself going. And then you'll see more results in the outside world. And when a negative thing comes out, it's like, now you have more good than bad. Everything's working out in my favor. I got this. It's all working out in my favor. And you just keep repeating those things, and then you're in that positive feedback loop. Just like when something negative happens, like, of course that happens. That always happens to me. Then something else negative happens. Like, God damn it again. Yeah, I should have known better. And then now you're looking for bad things, and that's a negative feedback loop. When the undesirable shows you have the power to assign meaning or be neutral about it, say thanks for showing me, but that's not me anymore. Exactly, Connor. That's awesome. A great way to state that. And it's true. It's like either you're saying it like that, or you're wondering, how is this working out in my favor? Trusting it's always working out in your favor, and then it's seeing that, no, the meaning of this is actually this. This thing has to happen to get me to what I really desire and what I really want. And when you're giving yourself, when you're like, at the end of the day, everything is neutral. You assign it meanings. So you assign meanings to everything that you encounter in your world, or every experience you have. You're assigning the meaning to it. And kind of like Connor, I know me and you have talked about this before, like the relationship of the Bible and manifesting, and which was a big topic of today, because that's like this week, a lot of feedback from the Bible and stuff like that was in my reality, and it made a lot of sense. But like the story between Lilith and Mary Magdalene, like when Jesus was saying, no, this is your name now, almost giving that new identity. You're now assigning meaning to that. And the meaning of your new name means that you are this new person, this new version of yourself, this better version. And that's what you become. It's just, in the end of the day, what was it? It was just a name. What are our affirmations? They're just a phrase or a thing to say. What's a visualization? It's just an imaginal act in your head. Well, those things are a lot more powerful than you think they are. It's funny. I just feel so uncomfortable to do it like this. I should get like find a way to turn this thing over there while I just have my not smoke, and then like spin it back. But yeah, that's and I do got to talk to another person in this chat too about some success stories that I'm excited to hear. But yeah, that was pretty much. I mean, I don't know. It's like, what do you guys feel? Should I do shorter live streams and just be more condensed and concise, and like just get to the point? Like how I'm coming in here with a statement, making it like a video, and then if people make it to the live or whatever, and then what do you guys like when I ramble and just kind of sit here and read comments? This is my time giving it to the audience, putting the pressure on you guys. I needed the topic of this live. Oh, perfect, Austin. Glad you needed it and glad it was helpful. Did you just get here, or have you been here for a minute, Austin? Because otherwise, maybe should I repeat it all again or just leave it up? That TikTok filter just said yes when I looked over. Oh, just got here. I was just in a meeting. You're good. Okay, cool. Well, then I'll give you a brief recap. I'm sorry if anyone's got to hear it repeated, and if you want to go, you could, but I'll just keep saying the same messages. So this is something that's been going on in my head, but I've been like butchering it, and you guys know I've kind of like said this in the live before, but this is the one I was going to tell you, Austin. It's kind of like what inspired this was this verse from Hebrews 11:1, and it's, now faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. So we're confident, like anything we hope for, we know that our desires are already ours. It's already gifted to us, right? We have already achieved that which we want. And it's crazy because it's a small little line, and it has such an impact to it. And it's assurance about what we do not yet see. And just because we don't see it doesn't mean it's coming. It's not coming, because we're sure and we're confident that it's coming. And what is manifestation? Manifestation is the materialization of something. So whatever we imagine, it's hardening into fact. So it's really, I mean, if you're going all the way back there, and we got this coming from the Bible, and not throwing all one religion out there at people, because I know we've got people here from all different religions. So respect to everybody, but it's like the one line I like in there is, if Christ be for you, then who can be against you? It almost means like it is inevitable that you succeed. There's nobody that could be against you. The only one who could be against you is yourself. You're setting yourself against yourself when you're, not believing in yourself, when you don't have confidence in what you desire. That's self-doubt. And the only thing that can truly destroy you is your self-doubt and your not believing that this is going to happen. And it's hard. It's easier said than done. Like, I always say this because just have belief, just have faith. It's hard. And it's something that you have to practice. It's like a muscle. It's something that you have to train again and again. You have to train your mind. You have to stay, in that mindset. But I thought that was a good story. I told some stories, but if you want to rewatch them, you could. But it was like some stuff from the show, The Chosen. That was something that I started watching with Lily this week, and it was pretty good. What did Ink say? I love when you ramble. You always say something needed. Well, thank you, Ink. I feel like that's the thing. Sometimes I'll hang in here and I'll just sit here and ramble and go, just say a bunch of random shit until somebody says something, and then I'll catch myself. I'm like, damn, you're on a roll. Don't stop, son. Keep going. Believing is seeing. Trust you are God, and imaginal acts become facts. Exactly. I love the ring to that too. That imaginal acts become facts. Neville knew how to really make things sing to the ear like that. Imaginal acts become fact. I always thought about that. It's catchy. But yeah, believing is seeing. It's knowing that it's going to happen before it happens because you've already seen it. If you've seen it in your mind's eye, and that's why I say everybody can visualize. Everybody, like when you're saying, I can't visualize. If I describe something in very vivid detail, like I talk about in that one video about visualization, you can see what I'm describing. You read a book, those are words on a page, but you see what is happening in the book. Otherwise, you just read a bunch of words and they mean nothing. A word is meant to describe something. And if I'm describing something to you and you know what it is, that means you've seen it somewhere. And if it didn't look perfect or it was a little blurry in your mind's eye, you've seen it. A lot of people, they're like, I can't manifest because I can't see, I can't visualize. There's a lot of can'ts there. Like you have to always start from the point of I can, or it's like, what do I have to lose from this? It's kind of like I was editing and chopping up some videos this morning, and it's kind of like there were going to be things I posted on TikTok, and I don't know if I posted this one on TikTok. I can't remember. I was editing a few things, but the one thing I was saying in there was like, I don't know what I was saying because I lost my train of thought. I think it's better to own up when you lose your train of thought instead of trying to ramble through it. But it was basically along the lines of what Connor was saying. Believing is seeing. You see it before it happens. I do want Downy Wrinkle Release to sponsor this video. This shirt is really badly wrinkled, but I wanted to put it on because I haven't worn it yet. Gotta always try to stay classy. But let's see, what kind of rambling do I got for you guys right now? Don't think I got anything. We might be hitting the shortest live on record so far. But that's all right. Here's how something that might seem to be a problem isn't. Maybe a shorter live is easier for people to rewatch, and the messages were more concise and right there, and it was easier for people to deal with, and it gives me more time in the day to go film 5. Instead of doing the 5 videos for the week, maybe I hit 10 and have next week covered 2, and then next week even more, and gives me time to edit up some TikToks, and gives me extra time in the gym, and maybe on top of that, I'll clean the house. That part's a long shot. Maybe that's the only limiting belief there is in the world, that I'm going to clean a house. You guys have watched this office minimally change over the course of 2 years. Hey, it's funny. Here's something too. Gina the Medium, who I just mentioned, it's telling me I should invite her to the chat right now. That's kind of crazy too. I'm thinking because it doesn't really fit on the topic, but then we did have someone who lost somebody here. Could be interesting. You can use that wall as a green screen if you haven't done so already. Austin, that was the main purpose of that wall, was to be a green screen. And I've never made any videos with it yet. But I put it in the back in case you guys want to edit something funny behind me. That's always welcome. Fly me out there. I will clean the house and catch the spiders. You could catch the spiders and whatever this weird little bug is that they're like. I think my brother called them weevils. I don't know what they are, but they make me uneasy. Uneasy. I don't know. Should we? This would be like a random thing. Should we invite Gina, or should I end it over here? Do you guys all have TikTok on YouTube, and then you guys could jump over here, and then we'll do that, and then stick because this one won't stay. But then what I do like about YouTube is whatever we record, it will be there too. I just don't want it to come off too much of what we already covered, because I want this, if anyone rewatches this, to stick on the faith topic. But that is crazy, though. We just talked about her, and that's telling me to invite her. That's crazy. That's instant manifestation. That's how, everything is working out in our favor, and whatever we talk about and stick to and believe in, it's going to play out in our reality. We have no choice. She's probably busy, but let me see if she is live right now. Yeah, Ink, let me know if she's live right now, because if she's live, she's not going to join because she's going to be channeling or something right now. I'm not yawning. I'm not tired. Let's see. Yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe we'll wait for Ink to come back, check in, see what's going on. She's doing some recon on if we'll do a collab, and if not, if you're part of the Discord, we're going to go live. I'm going to go live there on Thursday night, which would be possibly where everyone could talk. I don't know if that's how that works or not, but I'll let you know. But I think this was pretty positive, pretty on point today. Sometimes it's hard for me to stay on point, but I think I did today. A little too well. It made the live stream too efficient. We didn't make it to an hour and a half or 2 hours. There was another announcement I was supposed to make too. I can't remember. I had another announcement. I'll probably write it in the community. TikTok, there's no community post available for me here. So if you want to see community updates, that's on YouTube. I made a Twitter the other day, but I don't use it. So that's kind of pointless. But I thought it's another place to drop some updates. The only account showing up for her is the one I sent you this morning, but she doesn't show as live. Huh. Maybe her account got deleted and something like that. Well, we won't do that. But I'll reach out to her again, make sure she's all good. But I think we'll wrap it up there because I'm kind of out of things to say, but I thought it was a quick faith message. For some reason, I do well in the videos. I don't know. Maybe I feel pressure when it's live because I'm worried about if someone going to ask a question and break off for that. So I got to kind of stay alert for that. But the videos are a little bit more concise, I think, and then when I chop them up on TikTok, it makes it a little bit easier for people to digest. But other than that, if you guys want coaching, the links are down below or in any video or my link tree. TikTok, it should be on there too. Go live on Mondays. If you want to join the premium Discord, you guys know where that is. If you're having any issues with any of the stuff not working, let me know. Send me an email. Maybe this is the week that I build the website. Maybe. If not, thank you guys. I appreciate and love you guys very much for joining in on both sides over here. I appreciate you guys a lot. Love you very much. Remember, you can't fuck this up. You can't fuck this up. It's all working out in your favor. It's all working out in your favor. You got this. All right, I'll hang up with them first because it's easier. You got this. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. All right, and now the OG Mystic channel. I love you guys very much, and I'll see you in the next one.